Hello everyone, we're Zay, Chip, Q, and Teddy, and this is BRAINFLASH. Today we're reviewing the Mario movie.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Yahoo!
Wahoo!
Whoa!
Yahoo! And
I gave as much enthusiasm as Chris Pratt did in the first trailer.
Man, you gave too much. You gave too much enthusiasm, J-Chip. You peaked. You need to go like, wah.
I like stomping Koopas.
All right. Anyway, so we're obviously going to talk about spoilers. So do not listen to this if you haven't seen the movie.
If you haven't seen the movie, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's the highest grossing film in America right now.
I know. What? What? I didn't see that coming.
Fuck you, Frozen 2. It's been 18 seconds. I can say the F word. We get one per video, right?
One
That's how
per
Damn it, Teddy, you took
the
it.
algorithm. I had to get it in before any of you other people stole it.
Bitch. You can say bitch though. You can't say the F word. You only get one of those. What was your favorite part of this movie, and why was it Bowser?
Bold of you to assume it was Bowser, actually. Jack Black's fantastic, but I've been waiting for Ice Flower Peach since they gave us the Ice Flower when I was a youngin'. And at least I get her in movie form, and she looked amazing. You can say Elsa all you want, but
I'm just glad we got Fireflower Peach.
we got Fireflower Donkey Kong.
That was amazing.
I was trying to segue into talking about my favorite thing about this movie, which was Bowser. But yeah, if we're talking about Peach, Peach is a badass in this movie.
Yeah.
Still not a big fan of the voice for her, but everything else I was happy with.
My favorite character was DK. I just not only is Seth Rogen just great as DK, but also they made him this character that is like, oh, my father doesn't like me.
Dude, I hate that they made the Mario Brothers hair so well, because I was sitting there like halfway through the movie, I'm like, oh no, I can't be attracted to Mario and Luigi. That's not allowed. I have not had attraction to these characters like this my entire life growing up, and then all of a sudden Illumination gives them this god tier hair, and now I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, they're hot!
Exactly.
Illumination knows how to make waifus and husbandos now? What?
Whoa.
They have too
Whoa,
much power.
whoa, J-Chip. Are you saying Gru is not top tier husbando?
Oh,
What you?
He's
top tier
daddy.
he
waifu.
can steal more than.
Aren't they the
room
same
for
thing?
me.
I don't know internet lingo. Aren't they the same thing?
Dude, didn't you see the freaking fairy princess Gru? Absolute waifu.
Anyways, we're talking too much about Illumination. Let's talk about Mario.
Mario.
All right, what did you guys think of the movie? Come out with it.
If you want to know my favorite part about Bowser, it's when they put him in the jar. That was my favorite.
They had to know
part.
what the fuck they were doing.
They knew what they wanted.
So what did you guys think of the movie? What did you guys think?
I
loved it.
It was good. It was good.
It was a movie of the year.
Yes. Obviously, it's not a perfect movie, but like it was an Illumination movie, so
It was a fun time. And that's what I expected, and that's what I got, and I was happy with it.
Which I do remember you saying on the brain watching we did when we talked about the trailer. You said you were just expecting this movie to be fun, and you said, and I think you really did put it perfectly, Teddy, when you said you're kind of stupid if you're expecting deep story from a fucking Mario movie.
Exactly.
I
Like,
wanted
people
my
were going
Mario
into that
lore.
expecting, like, oh, finally, we're gonna get a good story with Mario. And it's like, first of all, literally every Paper Mario game is right there. Secondly, it's a Mario movie. What are you expecting for story, man?
I do like that, like, when we first talked about Jack Black being Bowser, is that, like, we were very surprised that, like, he went ham in it with being, the serious tone, menacing, Bowser. And throughout the movie, he was that at first, and then he was very comical. He was very wacky,
Yes, that's
Jack Black style. And then And then he went back to serious when spoiler, he got frozen and had to watch Peach and Mario have a moment, and he got super pissed and like got all serious again. And I thought that was cool.
No, I fucking love Bowser in this movie. I just want to gush about Bowser. He was my favorite part. Like, when I watched the first trailer and I saw Bowser blow up the Penguin Kingdom with his fire breath Godzilla style, I was like, oh my god, this is a very threatening Bowser. And then you watch the movie and it's like, oh no, Bowser's a massive dork. And I love it.
That's how Bowser always is.
He's just a dork, dude. He's a power-hungry dork.
I absolutely love the idea that the reason he got the Power Star is not to use it for himself. But he got this super ultra powerful power-up that will make him invincible, and he wants to give it to Peach as a present because he thinks that'll make her like him. I love that.
Dude, it's classic Bowser.
That's basically what Mario Odyssey was. He was even in the suit!
He was in the suit.
With the piranha plant bouquet.
Yeah, that's straight up from Mario Odyssey. Jesus.
And then, like, in the second trailer, when he said, like, this human is gonna ruin my plans, when I saw that trailer, I was thinking, like, wait, why are you afraid of this random guy, like, you've never met before? What's he gonna do? But then it turns out he's not worried. He's worried about Mario stealing his girl.
What? Speaking of the whole human thing, is that, like, it was so interesting when Peach were like, oh, you're a human? I remember, I'm a human, and I came into this world, like, at a very young age and didn't know what to do.
And of course, they show the baby versions of the characters.
Yeah!
They were so cute.
Baby Mario, baby Luigi, and baby Peach.
Yeah.
All so cute. But yeah, like, the fact that they were like, oh yeah, she's like human. She's not from this world. Got isekai'd into this world.
Damn it.
And that was her one relatability with Mario, that like that she could relate to him, that she's human and not from that world.
I think the most shocking thing to me was actually seeing Mario's family. That came out of nowhere for me. And no one's talking about how we finally know what Mama Luigi looks like. Not a single person I've seen. And I'm like, why? We finally know Mama Luigi, and not a single soul has spoken up about it.
That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario!
Another thing about Mario's dad, of course we all caught the Charles Martinet cameo with Jumpman.
Yeah.
But he was also playing the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that, because before Mario's dad showed up and I recognized the voice, like, oh, that's Charles Martinet. If it was just the one Jumpman, like, cameo, I was going to be like, wow, that sucked. Yeah. That was a terrible cameo.
No, I knew it was more than that, because when they were announcing it like years ago, they were like, "Don't worry, guys. He'll have he'll be a few characters."
And also, he's probably gonna be a few more characters in the future Mario movies coming out of this. And also, I don't think if he was just Jumpman, it would have been a terrible thing, because without Jumpman, we wouldn't have Mario. His name is Mario Jumpman Mario.
Yeah. So wait, is Jumpman actually Mario's father? Is there some hidden family dynamic there?
The twist of plot. Mama Luigi's been sleeping around.
I think the most devastating blow the movie took was Illumination cutting Toadsworth from the movie.
Oh.
Absolute massive L there, Illumination. How dare you?
I like that they made the toad that guides Mario around and fights for Peach is basically Captain Toad.
Yeah.
Dude, this is Captain Toad's origin story.
Before he fucking solves puzzles with blocks.
Also, can I just mention too, like, the story-wise, where Peach said that Mario can't come with her unless he finishes this whole obstacle course, spends a whole day with it, and then when they move on, it's like, Toad's gonna come with him. Okay.
I feel like...
Why isn't Toad doing the obstacle course?
I feel like that
That's
was
because
like.
she's grown up with the Toad.
I also feel like that was an intentional joke. Like, that was the joke, Cube.
Speaking of jokes, that honestly got me a real good chuckle when people were just like surrounding, going like, "Wait, who is that guy?" It's like, he is not important. That got me in the theater.
That just describes Chris Pratt right there.
Also,
Damn.
Is not important.
Also, I mean, my favorite joke in the movie was when Mario threw up the mushroom and he shrinked. That got me too. But now that you bring that up, J-Chip, all right, everyone wants to know. Let's just address the elephant in the room. He's fine, all right? Chris Pratt as Mario, he's fine.
Yeah, like I get it now. He was like judged a bit. Like, to be fair though, the trailers did not help.
No,
the trailers
they didn't.
really did not fucking help.
was
Whoever
fucking awful on trailers.
whoever directed the fucking trailers is awful and needs to really reevaluate how they direct for it, because they did not set Chris Pratt up in a very good way. Throughout the whole movie though, he's fine. He's an Illumination character.
He was better than I expected, but then again, my expectations were very low for him.
I feel like people forget that he's done voice acting
Exactly.
before. It's not like he's just some random actor who's never voiced a character in their life, and they're just like, a popular person, you. Like fucking Rihanna, what was that bullshit in that one movie? They just yoinked Rihanna. It's like, she's not even an actor, she's just a singer.
I think the whole cast did amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key has Toad was pretty good. And
Yeah,
Seth
I found there was a good balance between, like, you know, you got that classic Toad sort of obnoxious bit, but it wasn't annoying.
And also Donkey Kong hasn't had a voice up until now, really. He goes ook. And but now I can't not hear Seth Rogen as him. He's the perfect Donkey Kong. I wanted so bad for Seth Rogen to yell out "Banana Slammer." During the fucking chase
I
bit.
got it.
God damn it. Thank you, Seth. You could tell though, with all the fucking like bits to the Mario games, that this was very much heavily directed by the Mario team, by Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I've loved all the memes where it's just like Illumination's like, oh, we can sneak in a fart joke, and Nintendo's just like, no, and fucking shoots them in the face. It's just like, no fart joke.
We can't have Mario fart.
Wario.
What? That's a Wario thing.
That's a Wario.
But yeah, I think the movie really excelled at exceeding expectations.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not reviewing this movie as a Mario fan. These guys are the Mario fans. And I'm sure they're looking at me like, don't listen to him. He grew up with...
You've played a Mario game?
Don't listen to him. He grew up with PlayStation.
How horrible.
I know. And yes, you know where all my Mario knowledge comes from? Super Smash Brothers and Mario 2 for Game Boy Advance. That's where my Mario knowledge ends.
No,
Damn.
not the GBA version.
So, fuck you. I grew up with that game.
Not the GBA version.
Yes, the GBA version.
No.
Anyway, Jesus. I'm reviewing this as a movie and not as a Mario fan. I know, as not a Mario fan and not a kid, I am neither of the demographics for this movie, but anyway, I just wanted to say that. Also, I'm kind of surprised we went this long and we haven't mentioned the song yet.
The song.
The song, you say?
You mean Jack Black silently Rick-rolling the entire audience?
Yes.
I cannot believe that Peaches has the same chord progression as Never Gonna Give You
I
Up.
know. And
It was.
and the whole thing is that like they didn't even tell Jack Black there was gonna be a musical number with Bowser until like last minute, and then they told
just
him
made
like
it.
just go ham with it, and he's like, okay, I'll be Jack Black.
I mean, when you hire Jack Black, I guess we all kind of expected that he'd have a song number, but who expected that it would be a piano love ballad?
I would
Did
accept
not
nothing
see that
less.
one coming. But you know,
It was either
what?
that or a fucking rock ballad.
Exactly, that's what I kind of expect, because it's Jack Black. He's a rock star.
This is just a tribute.
Hello, yes, I would like to plug my Toad cover of Peaches on the MBTG Sings channel. I spent 5 hours animating it, and it needs more views than the people who just slapped a PNG for the video, and that's
And
it.
gave a
I
terrible
think
Toad
I
voice.
deserve more view.
I need more views.
And with Toad, it makes sense because he loves his princess.
And anyone who said it should have been Toadette is weird, and you're wrong. No.
I'm surprised there wasn't a Toadette in this. Like any form of a Toadette in
She's
in
not
the movie.
born.
Well, there were
yet.
female toads.
Were there?
Yeah,
Or was it just high pitched Toad?
shit. You're right. You can't really tell the difference, can you?
Toad is unisex. Toad is a non-binary
Yeah,
icon.
asexual reproduces.
We
They
reproduce
do.
by spores!
Yeah, they're mushroom people. Which I finally have a relation with Mario that I don't like mushrooms.
Yes!
Yeah.
That was such a
Right?
cool... I really love that little... like, a little addition of Mario not liking mushrooms, because one, it's a fun subversion of what we expect, and two, it helps, reinforce how much he wants to save his brother and how far he's willing to go to do it when he's forced to eat mushrooms over and over and over for the obstacle course scene. I love that.
I don't know if I mentioned it in the last podcast or if I just mentioned it to a few friends, but I remember saying to somebody is like, wouldn't it be great if Mario just didn't like mushrooms in this movie? And then when it happened, I was just like, oh my god!
By the way, speaking of Luigi, when he got trapped, one of my favorite characters of this entire
Don't
movie
say it's
is
Luma
the
Lee.
existential
Don't say it's
dread Luma.
Really?
I love the existential dread Luma.
No, I don't know why
I just
they
wanna
made
die.
so.
I just
Luma
love
Lee.
that he's voiced by a fucking kid, like, or like some person that knows how to do a really good kid voice, because it's hilarious. Like, everything doesn't matter in the end.
Fun fact, that's the Luma Shop Luma. Which, why does the Luma Shop Luma want to die so bad?
Probably because whoever plays Rosalina in Smash keeps throwing Luma off the edge.
But this is specifically the Luma Shop Luma.
But with Luma being in this, I just know Rosalina's gonna pop up in a future Mario movie. She's gonna be the plot point.
In the Mario
know we're getting
Cinematic
Yoshi,
Universe,
for
the
sure.
true MCU.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about. They just glossed over Yoshi Island like it was nothing.
But I like that. I like when it feels confident in it. I was hoping it would feel confident in itself and not rely on Mario references. So when the Yoshis were just like a passing thing, I was just like, I respect you, movie. I respect you for not making the Yoshis this big important plot point.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, it also like tears up the plot a little bit. That like, do we not remember that the Yoshis practically raised Mario?
Different timeline, J-Chip.
Oh, the Mario
You need to-
multiverse.
J-Chip, you need to play, what is it, Partners in Time? That Mario and Luigi game? You'll get your explanation then.
The Mario multiverse.
There's a lot of shit.
The real MCU, Mario Cinematic Universe.
The true MCU.
J-Chip, there are other things that tear apart the plot in this movie. I'm trying to think. I don't want to get into my complaints yet because I'm still trying to think of other things that I liked that I want to talk about. I really loved Luigi saving Mario with that pipe at the end. I love that moment. That felt like a really strong emotional payoff to Luigi and Mario's whole relationship, where the whole movie has been talking about how Luigi is, I wouldn't call him, I guess I'd call him a coward. He's more like cautious, like very cautious. But Mario is just like completely fearless. That's the main difference between the two. And you get that scene of Luigi like looking down at the castle and remembering when they were kids and how Mario has always been the one to stick up to him, has always been the one to save him, and he feels guilty about it. So when at the end when he saves Mario, that felt like such a good payoff to his character arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also like too that it was sort of mirrored at the beginning of the movie, like when they were trying to fix the plumbing in the house. When the mirror comes flying off, it kind of mirrors the last fight there where he's trying to hold back the water and hold back the fire.
It felt like a huge missed opportunity for, instead of a dog like attacking them in that first scene, I thought it would have been really cool if it should have been a cat. So that way it could be like, it could set up the fight between Donkey Kong and Mario to where Mario gets the cat suit and he beats Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it should have been one of the 3D land cats.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
3D world.
Again, I'm just proving my point I said earlier. These are the Mario fans. I'm just talking as like a film guy.
Yeah.
It's still pretty you can get a lot of the references if you know Mario culture, if you know video game culture.
Dude, those house owners pissed me off. It's like, bro, your dog was the fucking problem.
Yeah, they got the job done, and then the dog was a fucking
Ruined
asshole and ruined it.
Yeah, I also want to say, like, I wasn't a huge fan of that scene, but it's only because, like, I knew exactly where it was going the whole time. It's like, I understand why it exists. I understand why it's an important scene, because at the movie they start out super excited and pumped up for their new dream job. So the first day has to go wrong in order for them to reconsider if this was a good idea, to create conflict. So I can understand why the scene exists, but it's just like from the moment the dog stares at Luigi, I'm just like, okay, they're going to fix the problem, and then the dog's going to come in, and they're going to make a huge mess, and the homeowners are going to come in like, is the job done?
Can I also mention that the Mario movie and the Sonic movie ended in the exact same way, where they enter into their world, where Sonic went from wherever he was to Green Hills at the end to fight Robotnik, and Mario went from the Mushroom Kingdom to Brooklyn to have this epic fight. They ended in the exact same way.
I find it funny that people were complaining about there being a bunch of Mario references in the Mario movie.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's almost as if it's in the Mario universe, so stuff from Mario is gonna be in there. That'd be like being like, Detective Pikachu had other Pokemon in the movie? What? No.
They wanted other Nintendo characters to show up like it's a fucking Smash movie, even though they haven't gotten to that yet.
Like, I thought it was so funny that people were like, there's too many Mario references. It's just filled with Mario references. And I was like, well, it's a Mario movie. That's what did you think was gonna be?
But yeah, speaking of Smash, do you think this is a good origin film to lead into that?
I don't even know how they do a Smash movie. Like, there's so many other franchises in Smash.
I don't know if they're a Smash Brothers movie would be like late tier. That's
yeah,
for
it's
sure.
gonna
I'm
be
pretty
very
sure
far.
This is.
in the
I
future.
think this is a setup for just more Mario movies. I don't think it's necessarily setting up a Smash Brothers series yet.
No,
but-
Nintendo and Illumination have both said that they want the end goal is a Smash movie.
But yeah, that's the end goal. But you still need actual like lore to build into that. We did the like Marvel universe took fucking like a decade or two.
It's gonna
Not
take
two,
a
but, like,
while till
decade.
they get there. They're gonna have, first off, the next one, it's gonna be Zelda. It's gonna be Zelda.
How do you
Yeah.
even pick a voice for Link? Like,
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
but like, honestly,
Everyone's
what's he gonna
agreed.
do?
If we get
yeah,
a movie
what?
Link, it's Tom Holland. I mean, we could also get the guy who did the Link in the that one animated
Well,
thing.
excuse
I mean,
me,
princess.
I mean, they managed to get the fucking Peach from the Super Mario show, so
I would pay some good money to hear Tom Holland say, "Well, excuse me, princess."
Anyway, Mario.
Mario.
Before I go over my list of complaints, because I do have a few, do you guys want what? Before I start, anything else you guys want to talk about? The stuff you liked?
So at the credits, literally, I was sitting throughout the credits, like, I was like, damn, like, I was, like, getting, like, emotional, because I was like, damn, it sucks that Iwata doesn't get to see, like, this is where Mario went, and then, like, his name was in the credits at the end, and I literally started crying. I was like, oh my god, that's such a good tribute that they actually put his name in there.
Yeah, that was sweet.
All right, one more thing I remember that I really loved: the dry bones scene.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I love that they're zombies, man.
You just got a Luigi.
That was so fun. Like, if I was a kid and I went to see this movie, I'd be terrified. That was really effective scene. Like, they made dry bones terrifying.
I was also
Yeah.
terrified that like when he finally escaped the dry bones, he ran into a fucking building that had just Shy Guys.
The
Shy Guy jump scare, which is not a phrase I think I'd ever say in my life.
Shy Guy jump scare.
They still aren't gonna show us what's under the mask, though. I want to know. I need to know.
It's just short Koopas. Koopas with dwarfism.
It's the Squid Game.
Fucking weird when they put fucking Blue Sky and a bunch of other popular music, because that's just what Illumination does, man.
I thought it was weird, but I liked it. Mostly because at least they chose bops, you know? At least they chose absolute
It was okay
bangers.
in certain scenes, but like it was so off-putting because the whole movie is just Mario music, and then it just switches to like, "Hey, Mr. Blue Sky."
Yeah.
All right, Cube, what was your complaint? Because maybe it's the same as one of mine's.
Okay, I bet you it 100% is. It's gotta be. I know that it's a kid's movie, but when I was watching the plumbing scene at the beginning, how the fuck is water coming out of the tiles? I'm no plumber, but that doesn't seem accurate.
And also, like, did you see their house structure? It's mostly glass.
It's mostly glass. What the... Anybody throwing stones from that?
What a complaint.
That's my only complaint.
That's his architectural complaint.
Yes, we have a random pipe in the sewers that isekais you into the Mario universe,
totally
but,
believable.
you know, a pipe
Fuck no, that's
breaking
too much.
through the tile?
No, that
Absolutely
broke my immersion.
unrealistic.
Like, I was out of the movie with that.
Cube, after you saw, weren't you the guy who, after he came out of the movie, you said, "I have ... opinions"?
Yes, and that was my opinion.
That was your biggest... Okay. I expected nothing less, Cube. I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad I brought you.
Yep.
All right.
So glad
What do you mean? What do you mean brought him? You wrote in on him. 'Cause he's the one.
You wrote it.
Number one, JJ already mentioned it. Too much goddamn licensed music. I really liked the Take on Me scene. I thought that fit really well.
I didn't.
I thought I liked it. I Need a Hero during Mario's training, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I could take it or leave
What
it.
do you mean fine? That's the
Whoa!
most fitting one.
Whoa!
That's
Whoa!
the most fitting one for that exact scene.
No, Dave. Your opinions are invalid for the rest of the fucking review. You can't say, okay, whatever, to the most iconic song of this century.
For me, it's the inverse. That like Take on Me did not fit at all in that scene. That it was Thank you, Jack Black. Did not fit at all in that scene that it was in. I need a hero in the fucking training arc? Perfectly fits. The fuck are you talking about?
Okay, fine. Let me ask you this. Do you at least agree with me that Thunderstruck was too much? Like, that was not needed? Fuck you!
I like Thunderstruck.
They could have just taken any song from fucking Mario Kart.
But Thunderstruck.
I personally didn't mind the any of the licensed music.
Also, it is a bit weird that, like, I mean, considering Diddy Kong Racing is a thing, I get it. But it's kind of weird how they introduced the karts through the Kongs and not any other character or any other situation. Speaking of music, though, I do have a huge complaint with this movie.
Not enough Dusty Garden Galaxy.
The DK rap. I'm happy that it was in the movie. However, it is a slap in the face to Grant Kirkhope for not crediting him. Yeah. I saw that in the credits, and Grant Kirkhope wasn't credited at all. They credited the game itself. I was pissed at that because Grant Kirkhope deserves so much more than that. Yeah, anyways.
That's the film industry, baby.
Yeah, like I don't even think that like was a Nintendo decision to do that. I think that was Illumination not knowing what the fuck. Because Illumination, while they were making a passion film project and having Nintendo be heavily involved, they're still a fucking film industry company. And that just breaks my heart, man, because Grant Kirkhope does not deserve that level of disrespect. And he could have gone royalties, man.
It does suck.
Probably not, actually, the way licensing works.
If they would have asked him to do a remix of the DK rap, he would have done it. He does remixes for Smash of all the songs that he's done.
Dude, they only put it in the movie because Seth Rogen was like, hey, if I'm gonna be DK, you gotta put the DK.
Hell yeah!
And they were like, oh, fine. You think they're gonna pay someone to remix it when they probably weren't even gonna include it in the first place?
That's a good point.
But you're right, J-Chip. He should have been credited. Yeah. Absolutely.
Credit the fucking artist, Nintendo, Illumination, whoever made that stupid ass decision.
Just Hollywood in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely a Hollywood thing, not just an Illumination and Nintendo thing. This is a chronic thing in the movie industry. If they don't have to directly credit, they will not.
All right, I have two more things that I want to talk about. Well, I had more, but we're running out of time. So I have two things that I really wanted to talk about with my complaints. And I want to talk about them because they're both connected. Number one, Kamek feels completely wasted in this. Like, at the beginning of the movie, the first thing you see him do is he lifts up the entire penguin army with his magic and throws them to the side. So right then, you're thinking, like, right then he's established as this really powerful wizard, and you're thinking, oh, this guy's a big threat. He's a big part of Bowser's army. He does nothing for the rest of the movie. Nothing.
What do you mean? He joins in on the power ballad.
Next thing, J-Chip, thank you. That was gonna be in my next point. My next point. Okay, so my next point is like, I think for the most part, this film does a great job of like not relying on you having played the games to understand the movie. Like with every adaptation, it needs to stand on its own. You shouldn't have to have read the book to understand the movie. You shouldn't have to have played the games to understand the movie. And I think for the vast majority of this movie, they did a good job explaining how this world works, the mechanics, and like the stuff that they don't explain, you can just kind of wave away as just like, it's a fantasy world. So for the most part, I think they did that. Except for one thing. The worst part of this movie for me. I hated this moment so much, and I still hate it. The goddamn blue shell moment. Fuck that moment. If you've played Mario Kart, sure, you know about that power-up. It makes sense to you. But if you haven't played Mario Kart, it just comes out of nowhere and makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, so you're telling me, like, you're just like, what just happened? How did that Koopa do that? Is he dead? Did that Koopa just fucking kill itself? Because we never see him again. So like, I was just like, and
he
like,
went to live in paradise.
and you're telling me like
and a few hundred
that
villages.
that entire cart chase, we've seen rockets being shot, carts explode, and the bridge does not get destroyed. But that Koopa doing that destroys it. So you're telling me just a Koopa flying into a cart does more damage than a fucking missile? Like, I hate that scene. I also hate it because it makes me ask the question, why does Peach need the Kong's help? Because I figured it's because they're an army of gorillas. They're physically strong. I figured that's the reason she needed their help. But when the bridge gets destroyed, they just get captured like bitches. They put up no fight at all. So it's like, why the fuck did you want to recruit these guys? I hate, like, that's a moment. JJ, if you want to talk about moments that tear the plot apart, that's a big moment right there. You spent this whole fucking journey, Peach, Mario, and Toad went on this whole fucking journey to recruit these Kongs because they needed their strength, and they just get kidnapped just, like, so easily. Fuck that moment. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Also, I did like, though, that they made the, Bullet Bill a fucking kamikaze. They made him a fucking nuke. But at the same time, it's lore inaccurate because the red bullet bills are home-seeking, not the regular ones.
It's lore inaccurate.
But the reason I want to say those two things together is because I think what they should have done is just cut Kamek out of the movie because he doesn't do anything. Just cut him out of the movie and have all the scenes with him, give it to the blue-shelled Koopa. So that scene you're talking about, J-Chip, when they're with the piano and Bowser crushes Kamek's hands and he tells him to find Mario and he walks away like, no, pain is the best teacher. Like, that felt like that should have been set up for like a payoff. And I feel like if that had been the blue-shelled Koopa that Bowser did that to, that would have made the Koopa more, like, that would have made him want to capture Mario. Like, that would have been set up to, like, when finally when we get to the cart chase and that Koopa's chasing down Mario in his big tank, and then when Mario destroys the tank, he takes off the helmet and fucking suicides bomb in order to get Mario. That could have been a really good payoff to that scene with Bowser and the piano. I think that's what they should have done.
I can't. Excuse me, Mario expert here. First of all, we've never even seen the actual Koopa for the blue shell before, ever. I do think he should have been included more. I don't think he should have replaced Kamek, because Kamek has a defined character in the Mario universe. Kamek is literally designed to be Bowser's, like, kind of Bowser's sidekick, but he's actually, like, Kamek is the one actually doing all the bullshit. Replacing Kamek with the blue shell Koopa wouldn't have made sense, and it also wouldn't have been as humorous, because they're supposed to be kind of a humorous duo. We've had Kamek dress up as Peach before.
Wait, what?
It's at the end of New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Oh my god.
Where the first time your first Bowser fight, like at the end, it is Kamek in a cage dressed as Peach crying.
Damn.
And then when you hit the button, he turns around and he's like, ha, fucking gotcha,
Damn,
dumbass.
they're really going niche with their fucking references.
Do I think he should have been included more, so maybe that blue shell thing made sense to people who don't know literally a goddamn thing about Mario but still went to see a Mario movie for some reason? Sure.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have replaced Kamek. Kamek wasn't doing nothing. He is there for jokes. It's supposed to be funny.
It's a funny haha Mario movie. Honestly, both characters should have had a bit more screen time and doing something. Because it would have made a bit more sense.
Yeah, I do wish the movie was a bit longer so that like that montage where they're going on the actual adventure could have been expanded on a little
Yeah,
more.
like this movie felt rushed a bit.
Because it feels like we don't actually get to see their journey. We just kind of cut to the Kongs. That is my biggest complaint with the movie. Is just it seems too short.
We needed a montage going. I'm on my Wii. Remember the happiness.
I'm on
That's
my
the
Wii.
licensed music I was missing.
Just with Way plans with Wii.
I'm on my Wii.
The take I hate the most is the people saying they just took Daisy's personality and put it in Peach. No, Peach has been a badass before. She has her own platforming game. She's taken part in 3D World, Super Paper Mario. She's helped before, and even in Paper Mario, she was still helping Mario in the background. Peach is not just this useless piece of shit. Like, she's done stuff before. You know what Daisy's done? She's played sports. That's her personality. She's a tomboy who plays
I was literally about to
sports.
say, like, Daisy's the girl from the sports games?
And people forget Daisy was a damsel in distress too in fucking Mario Land. At the very end, you save Daisy in Mario Land and on the Game Boy.
I feel like if they do another Mario movie sequel, not just head into Smash afterward, after every other Nintendo movie gets made, not only do I want them to introduce Rosalina, I want them to introduce Wario, Waluigi, and Daisy.
Played by Danny DeVito, of course.
Danny DeVito, Wario.
I started gassing.
I started guessing. Who'd be a good Waluigi though? Let's dream cast. Dreamcast. Let's dreamcast the next Mario movie.
Tom
Tom Holland is everyone.
If we were to cast Waluigi, I'd definitely say Steve Buscemi. He's got that sort of slimy voice to him.
Slimy?
I don't know. He's got that sort of like.
Wait, guys,
got that
you're
voice,
sleeping
you know?
on the best potential. Adam Sandler.
You know what, Ted?
I mean, Adam Sandler has done voice acting, so
It could work, you know?
But yeah, I think the movie is a good standalone movie by itself if you know nothing about Mario. But if you know a little bit about video game culture, but it is rushed and there's a lot that isn't explained to the non-cultured viewer.
I feel like it's a good setup for the sequels.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the strongest on its own, but I personally liked it because it was fun.
Yeah. It was
And I don't overanalyze things like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Meanwhile, there's so many fucking videos out there now that like Mario is woke.
It was a fun movie. It did what it needed to be, which was be fun, and it was fun. That's my final take. I had complaints with it, but at the end of the day, I had fun.
Yeah, I did think it was weird that like Bowser made this whole thing about like the Power Star, the Infinity Star, with it being like this all powerful thing, and then Mario uses it for all of 30 seconds. Like he uses it all up in 30 seconds, whereas Bowser made it this thing like, oh, I'm gonna be an invincible warrior for all of time.
Cube, do you have any final thoughts?
Wahoo!
I want Yoshi to be more involved, and I want him to be played by Seth Rogen again. Seth Rogen just voices
Black,
all the characters.
Do you have any final words?
Fuck you!
Okay.
Seth Rogen, got anything for us?
Why is Seth Rogen on Laughing Gas?
But yeah, do you think this is finally another good video game movie?
Yes. I can't wait for the FNAF movie. That's gonna be phenomenal.
It just came out that like they're making another Saw movie, the 10th Saw movie, and it's coming out the same day as the FNAF movie, and it's made by the same studio.
They don't stand a chance. They do not. Saw does not stand a goddamn chance against the FNAF movie. People have been waiting for the FNAF movie for nearly a decade.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm happy that we're finally getting some decent video game movies, despite what Zay thinks about Sonic.
Oh yeah. If you think the original Super Mario Bros. Movie is superior to the new animated one, you're absolutely stupid and wrong. Try checking into a mental hospital to get yourself checked, because clearly you shouldn't be in society.
Zay, don't you want to speak on that point?
Thank you all for watching this episode of a Brain Flash. Woohoo! Bye.
Bye-bye.
Fuck you!
Peaches, peaches, peaches.